They give $500 million to these guys who are just standing around for the majority
But
of
it's
the
because
time.
it makes that in revenue. The money just doesn't come. If they didn't give it to the players, the owners would just keep it. So it's not like, because people are like, oh, teachers only get paid $40,000 a year, but Ohtani gets $100 million a year. That's not fair. It's like, but Ohtani, the MLB brings in that much money. So if they didn't pay the players from the advertising revenue, the money has to go somewhere. It's bringing in that much money. So that's why the players split it. You guys understand?
I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it's all greed because the owners are charging so much money to go to the game.
And to watch it, to advertisers.
but people are paying.
But people would rather watch sports, obviously, than watch doctors.
I'd rather play sports than watch them.
Yeah, of course.
That's why Ohtani's not getting any of your $700 million. He's not.
This is what I think bothers me. This is what I think bothers.
Okay.
You know what this is? This is interesting. Everything in my life is based off trauma, right? So when I was in, Jewish high school.
Wait, the cat's out of the bag. Do you take the star out?
I hit it because it's.
The American audience, we weren't ready for that.
It's December right now.
You're giving that to us.
This is December. So look back.
Hanukkah started a few days ago.
Let's not. We'll just
Okay.
off on the Anuka.
Okay, you're an all-American boy.
I'm an no. Don't say that either.
A corn-fed.
What are you looking at?
Oh, no, when I heard the rumbling of the whatever's going on.
There's a tiny subway.
He put a train up here.
My trauma when I was in 4 years of Jewish high school. I tried out for 16 sport teams in 4 years, and I did not make any of them. And I tried out for basketball 6 times, baseball 3 times, and I didn't get put on any of the teams. And as I have gotten, I think, more fit over the last 6 or 7 years, and better at sports, surprisingly.
Isaac is an incredible basketball player. No jokes aside, I've played basketball with him. He is an offensive threat. He's insane. He's at LA Fitness. He runs it. He's
honestly, I don't care about your take right now. I want to hear what he has to say.
But thank you for that, Ian. I appreciate it. I think we're all 3 of us are good ball players. I believe both of you are good ball players.
Yeah. Tell me more about your trauma.
Thank you so much. So I think what bothers me is that all this money and all this greed in the world, especially around sports, professional sports. And near my house, there's this building and there's this big glass and it's, big glass windows. And it's like a basketball court with 8 nets, but it's one of those basketball places where they have basketball camps. Totally empty most of the time. And when I call in and I'm like,
can I play?
Is there any way to I can play? Just want to shoot around. It's no, of course not. And I see
don't be silly.
Yeah, and
this is private property.
I drove one day looking for basketball courts on Google Maps, and I found some in my area, and I went there, and it was outdoors 6, and they locked the gate, and it was Seneca College, but they locked the gate, and no one's using it.
Right.
And I just get I've always wanted to do is just play with my friends. I just want to play sports.
All right.
And all this greed and all this, no, watch this. Be like these people. You won't even let me play it? There's so much greed in this world. I just want to play, man. Let me go into and play basketball.
If I may, so if I can summarize this for myself here. So you weren't allowed to play in any high school sports in this Jewish high school.
That's right.
Because you weren't good enough. Quote unquote, because obviously Ian is a huge fan of your basketball skills.
You'd make the team now, is all I'm saying.
And then in this past few years, you've gotten in better shape. You can play better. However, it's all become very it's like anything. You have to pay to play situation. You have to. So they're gatekeeping you out of that now as well. First it was the teachers. Now it's the corporations, and now Ohtani won't let you even watch because you can't buy into it because they're just trying to keep you out of the game.
I like Ohtani, by the way. This is not against Ohtani.
I'm trying to feel like it is.
No, I like Ohtani.
You didn't say Mike Trout.
Aaron
Judge.
No,
I like Ohtani.
But it's the same thing, I think, with parents as well. Because, you used to be able to go outside and play soccer with your friends or basketball, pick up basketball. Even if you were, terrible at basketball, you could just play in the streets or play wherever, even road hockey. But now you have to pay for everything you do. You can't even play ice hockey.
What's the problem with ice hockey to begin with, or golf, or all these sports that cost skiing? These cost $400, $500, $1,500 a year. Every time you play golf is $150. So
You got to trick the people into working, though, right? If they just have free stuff, they're not going to want to do anything. You gotta trick people. You want to play basketball? You want to get in that good basketball zone? You gotta have the money to pay to play.
Pick up the hammer, go back to the line.
Get back to the line.
Yeah,
no more pastime. No more wasting time.
No more pastime.
No more.
You're here pushing the pastime. You're telling me what's wrong with you. I should watch the greatest pastime. You know, you're telling me I should work? Should I work or should I be sitting on my ass for 4 hours?
Honestly, it's very confusing to me as well. I just don't know which one.
No, you're right. You should be working all day. Then you're so exhausted from work. You sit on your ass, and then you see the McDonald's commercials, and then you order it on Uber Eats, and you feed it back to the system,
feed it back in, dude.
Yeah, you gotta pay to play. You gotta buy into society.
My favorite.
That's what we do.
My favorite commercial I ever saw while watching sports was a Pepsi commercial with a slogan that I don't think they continued, and it was Pepsi. It's for the fans. But what's so funny to me about that is I'm like, they're implying it's not for athletes. No athlete would put this in their body. It's for you.
You, the fans.
You're eating Doritos, watching TV.
Yeah.
You'll put anything in your body.
Watch the athletes. God.